This is TJ Jones, the host of the State of the Saints podcast, and the State of the Saints podcast is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Over 2 million men worldwide choose Manscaped for all their below-the-waist needs. For those that love the Lawnmower 3.0, well, I got news for you. The Manscaped engineering team has confirmed that they have successfully created the Lawnmower 4.0. The Lawnmower 4.0 gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. The new trimmer even allows you to customize your trim all through additional guards lengths, sizes 1 through 4. And looks-wise, it's sleek with a two-tone matte and gloss finish, even features a hot foil stamp black chrome Manscaped logo. Show your more off loud and proud. Go to manscaped.com, use the promo code State of Saints, and you will save 20% off of the Lawnmower 4.0 as well as other Manscaped items. That's manscaped.com. Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones, the host of the State of the Saints podcast. And thank you for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. And before I get started, I just ask that everybody give the State of the Saints podcast a thumbs up. Let everybody know that you enjoy the State of the Saints podcast and all of its content. Well, Who Dat Nation, I'm here to talk to you all today about some very somber news. As you already know, I'm pretty sure, unless you've been living under a rock if you're a Saints fan, head coach Sean Payton has decided to step down as the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. And you know what, Who Dat Nation, this is a very, very sad day. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a very sad day. I'll be lying to you if I were to tell you that I believe that this day would have happened, especially today. A couple of days back, I got an opportunity to talk with someone that gave me this information. He gave me this information, and I have to say, man, I didn't want to present it to you all. I want to say it probably was about, I'd say almost a week ago I got this information, but anybody that knows me knows that I'm really not an insider. And I guess the part of me wished that I didn't know this information. I didn't believe that this was actually going to be, what it was. But it turns out to be, everything that, the insider and the source said it was. And, man, this is sad, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. This is sad stuff right here. I know people, want me to give them a level of optimism. And, there are better days ahead. Like, I believe in this team, or I believe in this franchise. I believe just like they found Sean Payton, they're going to find another person to lead this team, to the place where it needs to be. But as much as we talk about Drew Brees last season and when he decided to retire and how much he meant to this team, Sean Payton meant just as much to this team as Drew Brees did. Like, you can make an argument and say that Sean Payton meant more to this team, because without Sean Payton, you can make an argument to say, would Drew Brees even be Drew Brees that we know him as today? Sean Payton is by far, without saying, the greatest coach in New Orleans Saints history. This dude legitimized this franchise. He, year after year after year, made this team credible. Year after year after year, he made casual fans of Saints fans actual believers. For some of you, probably don't even remember the Saints being a snake-bitten losing franchise because of this guy. The Saints were terrible. Like, let's just be real. The Saints were god awful. I'm 35 years old. For 35 years of my life, you know, there were only about 16 years where I could just say that the Saints were just absolutely legit, unless you just count some of the times in the 90s when Jim Murray was there when they had the Dome Patrol. But nobody was checking for the New Orleans Saints. Nobody. Nobody wanted to watch these guys. Nobody wanted to go to the games. You know, they got that old saying, you know, somebody walked past a car, they had 2 Saints tickets on the front seat. The owner came back, his glass was broken. He seen 4 Saints tickets on the front seat. The Saints were terrible. And this dude legitimized this franchise. He gave everything he possibly could to this franchise. And now we, as Saints fans, have a product that we can be proud of. We have a product where we can go at other teams and talk about how good our team is. And we would not have this level of confidence if it wasn't for Sean Payton. We would not be able to go on Twitter and go on Facebook and go on all the other social media sites and talk noise with rival teams if it wasn't for Sean Payton. This dude changed the narrative of what you think about Saints football. And some of you old enough to appreciate that. Some of you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about because you probably was running around your grandmama or your mama front yard while Sean Payton became the head coach of the Saints. And as you got older through high school and college, and that's all you remember is success. But Sean Payton is an incredible coach. The Saints have lost something today, folks. I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. There's not a coach out there, maybe a handful, that would have been able to put a team like the Saints had this season in a position that they're in right now. All I have to say is anybody that's mad at Sean Payton, you know, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be mad at Sean Payton because this is a man that left this organization better than he left it. You know what I'm saying? He left this organization better than when it started, I should say. This organization was terrible. So to me, I don't feel like any Saints fan should be bitter about this situation at all, okay? The man decided to step down after giving 16 years to the city of New Orleans. And for 16 years, he gave us great moments, offensive innovations, and a bunch of, paraphernalia that we can be proud to walk around and wear throughout our neighborhoods, throughout our community, throughout our country, and throughout our world. So for that, I want to salute head coach Sean Payton. I want to say thank you for everything that you've done for this organization. I'm not mad at you. I hope that whatever you choose to do, I hope that you do it to the fullest. Wherever you decide to go, whatever you do, whether it's television, whether it's coaching another team, I just wish him all the success. I really do. I wish I would, I can be as mad as some of these other people are, but I'm not. And, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't say that the New Orleans Saints lost themselves something today. They lost themselves something. And ain't no doubt about that. But I will say this. All right. After talking with my source, I don't know how true this is, okay? I'm just going to leave it at this, all right? After having conversations with the source, it is being said, this is what it was said to me. Now, take it with a grain of salt. I know everybody's seen a press conference by this time, but the Saints organization has known about this for quite some time. And there is a plan in the works that Sean Payton might end up coaching somebody else this very season. Now, I don't know how they're going to work it out. I don't know if it's going to be via trade. I don't know if the organization is going to be talking to each other about draft capital. I don't know what the heck is going on. This is what's been said to me. Take it with a grain of salt. All I can tell you is the same person told me that Sean Payton was going to step down and lead the Saints, and they told me the truth. Okay, I'm just telling you what was told to me. And this is the same person that told me that Sean Payton was going to step down. So that's what's being said. All right. I don't know how they're going to work this thing out, but it is what it is. But if he do decide to go somewhere else, it's well within his rights. And Now we have to look towards the future, man. We have to look towards the future. Like what are the Saints going to do to replace Sean Payton? What are they going to do? Are they going to hire within? Some people are saying it's Dennis Allen's turn. Me personally, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not. I'm sorry. 8-28 as a head coach. I'm sorry. That ain't winning to me. Okay. I understand that he coached the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, and all of a sudden everybody just, oh, Dennis Allen. Like, man, bump all that. Me, if I were the New Orleans Saints, I would try to hire somebody else, one of these other promising coaches out here, somebody like Eric Bieniemy, right? You know what I'm saying? Somebody like a Lovie Smith. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that. Jim Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that. Yeah, that's who I would try to go after. I understand that Dennis Allen is the hot ticket right now. He had the defense rolling. But just because you're a great coordinator don't mean that you're going to be a good head coach. And the only thing that Dennis Allen has taught me is that he's a hell of a coordinator and not a really good head coach. I mean, the record speaks for itself, folks. The record speaks for itself. So do I think that the Saints have the best pieces in place? Absolutely. But we have one person that still remains here that we should be able to count on. He's the same person that found Sean Payton, and his name is Mickey Loomis. Mickey Loomis found Sean Payton. Mickey Loomis hired Jeff Ireland. Jeff Ireland, one of the best, scouts, NFL scouts that you possibly could have out here. This scouting department has done an outstanding job. So me personally, I would not be interested in Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen can stay. You know what I'm saying? He keep coaching that defense. But me personally, I honestly believe that the Saints should go in a different direction. I really do. I like Dennis Allen, but as a coordinator, not as a head coach. And whatever they decide to do, I just hope that it's beneficial to the team. And regardless to like if this situation is true, if Sean Payton decides to step down and if he doesn't retire, go to another team, I would hope that the Saints have something in place where they can trade him somewhere where the Saints can actually get a return on investment. Now, before I start reading these comments, I do want to say this also. This makes me question the future of Jameis Winston. Like, will the Saints re-sign Jameis Winston? It doesn't look very likely right now because, if you're going to sign somebody like Jameis, I just feel like you're going to need a coach that can kind of, put him in the right position. Will the New Orleans Saints next head coach have that patience? Will he be able to teach, the quarterback position like Sean Payton would? Sean Payton is a really good coach, but he also is really good at coaching quarterbacks. So I don't know. Maybe this next coach will want to try to draft themselves a quarterback. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they might want to get themselves somebody young because, it's about setting the tone. If you're a new head coach, you want your team, you want your players. Honestly, you want your coaches. It's not a guarantee that all of these coaches on the Saints coaching staff are going to end up staying with the team. So this might look like a completely different New Orleans Saints team next season if they get themselves a head coach because, their head coach is going to want to have, his coaches in place. But, I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mentioned Eric Bieniemy. I mentioned Lovie Smith. I mentioned Jim Harbaugh. Another person that's on the coaching staff of the New Orleans Saints I would be interested. Why not Chris Richard? You know what I'm saying? Chris Richard is a really good coach. So that's somebody that I feel like should get opportunity. So I don't know. But let's go ahead and read some of these comments. Let's see what everybody is saying. Let's go to Pick Six Blog World. I brought the Saints franchise to legitimacy and kept them there. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Sean Payton. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. All right. Chosen says, who that? Mickey will make the right choice. I don't think he's coaching any team this upcoming season. I mean, who knows? Okay. But all I'm saying is I'm not, look, I gotta put this out here. It's the same person that told me almost a week ago that Sean Payton was about to leave the New Orleans Saints. And now he's telling me this. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Look, I don't like the insider stuff. I don't, because the thing about it is, if you're gonna be an insider, like, you gotta have some key sources, because it's a constant game. It's about credibility, and it's about hitting more times than you miss. I don't like to be in that. I don't like to be in that stuff. Like, I like when the situations come out, and then all of a sudden, I'm saying, I get opportunity to talk about it. But I will. I'll be remiss if I didn't mention that this guy told me over a week ago, and it happened. I hope Eric. Gregory says Saints will not have a coach of color. Well, I don't know, man. We don't know. We don't know if that's true or not. Mickey Loomis is a GOAT. Sergeant says he's a quitter. Wait a minute, Sergeant. When you're the same person, now, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't mean to call you out, but I don't know if it was you or somebody else. But didn't you say something about Sean Payton need to be fired? I mean, I could be wrong. But I remember somebody mentioning Sean Payton need to be fired. And no, the man isn't a quitter. You know what I'm saying? He ain't. Like, dude gave everything he could to the Saints organization. I don't care if he black or white. I just want a winner. Loomis going to load upfront money on the roster. They're going to assign some weapons with a good draft. I hope so. I'm with you, TJ. No DA at head coach. Look, I'm not a fan of that. I'm sorry. I mean, he just hot right now. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's a long-term solution. Whoever they choose, they got to be real careful, especially with the cap situation. Well, here's the thing. If you still got people like Jeff Ireland and Kai Harley and Mickey Loomis still on the books, you're straight. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the guys that handle the financial business of the New Orleans Saints. It's not so much about the coach, okay? The coach is the one that coaches the players on the field. And yes, there are cases in which, they're in the draft room, they try to get the right pieces of which they are willing to coach, and they feel like they can coach the heck out of that individual. But the books and all that salary cap information is about the guys in the front office like Loomis, Ireland, and Kai Harley. I don't know how we're going to operate without Sean. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen a glimpse of that back when during the bounty scandal when Steve Spagnuolo was the coach for a little while. Joe Vitt was the coach for a while. It didn't pan out. I think the Saints went 7-9 or something like that season. So it wasn't a good look. But at the same time, I feel like the Saints are way further removed from that particular situation. And then on top of that, I mean, they got the right pieces in place right now. They got leadership on every level. They got a really good, solid defense. They got some young guys on their team. They got some guys that they need to make decisions about signing back, but I think they'll be okay. Man. It just depends on, bringing the right coach in. I just think that we, as Saints fans, we just grown accustomed to having one particular coach, and some of us never remember the Saints without actually having Sean Payton as their coach. But I do. It wasn't very good, but at that particular time, I just think that, I mean, Sean Payton wasn't here yet. Tom Benson was a skinflint, God rest his soul, but it is what it is. He was cheap, didn't want to keep the right players in place. When the Saints had opportunities to have cornerstone players, Tom Benson wasn't willing to pay him. Tom Benson loosened up on a checkbook later on in the, throughout his life. But man, anybody that followed the Saints in the 90s and the 2000s, when we had Leroy Glover, Joe Johnson, Sammy Knight, you know what I'm saying? We had them guys and Norman Hand. Saints had a solid defense, and he didn't want to pay not Joe Johnson, not Leroy Glover, no Sammy Knight. He didn't want to pay nobody, man. So I think that is just different. And the thing about it is with Gail Benson is okay with people just handling the Saints and her just being the figurehead, right? You know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to mellow all up in the business, all up in the videos, dancing like Jerry Jones is, like she's out here, understanding her role. So I think when you have owners like that, you'll be all right, okay? Let the guys that know what they're doing, let the executives do their thing, and let them find the right person. He changed everything, man. You ain't lying. He definitely changed everything. I hope we get Eric, Miami coach. I guess you're talking about Brian Flores. I don't know. I don't know if you're getting Brian Flores or not. Should be interesting, but I don't know, man. This by Sean Payton leaving, this just changed the whole dynamic. Y'all got mad at me for calling him out. Well, if you're okay, so Sergeant, if we mad at you for calling him out, and we're mad at you for saying that he needs to go, you got your wish. So you should be the happiest person in the room. You shouldn't be calling him a quitter because you said that you want him to go. So he's gone. So you should be the happiest person on this in this comment section right now. You should be, man. But let's see. I met with them last week. I don't know what we're talking about. That this all season should be interesting. Baltimore let Wink Martindale go. Yeah, man, this will be an interesting season all in all. But this just changed the whole dynamic of what the New Orleans Saints is. I'm just being real. This just changes everything. This changes the way that I look at the quarterback position, defense, like who they gonna sign back, like all these things. Like by one person leaving, just changed the whole dynamic. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. At first, I thought for sure they'll sign back Jameis, but now I don't know. I mean, what was Taysom Hill? You know what I'm saying? Like, is the next coach that's gonna come in? Is he gonna be off? You know what I'm saying? Have that offensive innovation that Taysom Hill, you know what I'm saying, is still gonna be that Swiss Army knife. I mean, Sean Payton set up some plays for Taysom to thrive. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? Like, I don't know, man. How does Taysom Hill feel right now? Because you don't know who is going to come in, and you don't know if that coach is going to be able to be creative enough to actually have a Taysom Hill package, and you just signed a 4-year deal. And it may be one of them situations where you probably compete for a quarterback job, and if that quarterback job don't pan out, he might be somewhere holding the clipboard. I mean, this changes everything. Josh, thank you very much for the $2. Said Brian Flores coming. Well, if Brian Flores coming, is he bringing Deshaun Watson with him? Y'all see how this goes? Like, Deshaun Watson was a really big fan, you know what I'm saying, of Brian Flores. The reason why he wanted to go to Miami. Man, this change, like, man, the storylines and where this team can go, the situations, like, I'm here today. I really don't know what to think. I don't know what to expect. I went from thinking, okay, man, they're gonna sign this because I kind of understand Sean Payton. Sean Payton is one of those guys. He likes to prove people wrong. He likes to use guys that nobody else wants to use and wants to show that, hey, I can turn this guy's career around. I can make him better. Watch what I can do with him. Next coach, he don't have that cachet, right? You know what I'm saying? Whoever comes in, they're a brand new head coach, and they have to have a win now mentality. They got to be able to come in and set the tone right away. They don't have the skins on the wall like Sean Payton, where he can go out here and sign a Kevin White, and people like, man, Kevin White, but Sean Payton to do something with him. Next coach that comes in, we don't know what the heck they're going to be thinking if they sign somebody like that. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Very interesting. Asking everybody to hit that like button. Let everybody know that you enjoyed the State of the Saints podcast, the content. What I'm going to do right now, man, I'm going to open up the phone lines. Let everybody chime in. I ask that you keep your comments to a minimum and respect the people that are in line so we can get through this in an orderly fashion. Going to take a few phone calls in just a few minutes. Let me go ahead and read a few of the comments, the donations that we have. Stem, thank you very much for the $5. Says, we will finally draft players to play their draft positions. A lot of haters may be happy, but we still a solid foundation. I don't know about haters being happy. Yeah. Oh, look, they probably happy because they know the Saints been slapping them around all these years. And now, they feel like they're going to get their opportunity. But I'm just being honest. Looking at somebody like Arthur Smith, Matt Rule, Bruce Arians. I mean, none of them guys strike fear to me, okay? And as far as Eli Apple, old bumtail, using gifts on social media with a smile on his face, keep that same energy, next season, like Lil Jordan Humphrey said, and also keep that same energy on Sunday and not get smoked by Tyreek Hill, okay? maybe you need to worry about that. Okay, just because you had like one solid season. Somebody said it was a very good very good saying. Even the sun shines on a dog's tail every now and then. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at it. So they can hate all they want to, but at the end of the day, I think the Saints still have a better organization than any one of these teams in the South. That's just my honest opinion. But like I said, go open up the phone lines, asking everybody to put a thumbs up. For those that just tuned in, we're talking about Sean Payton stepping down as the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Go ahead and hit that like button, man. If you enjoy the State of the Saints podcast, let's set a record for likes, man. Let's go ahead and set a record for those thumbs up, okay? If you enjoy the content, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And also subscribe for all the people that may just found the State of the Saints podcast due to this particular subject. So the link is down in the comments. Go ahead and say what you got to say, all right? Once again, keep it at a minimum, and let everybody be able to get the opportunity to speak. Deshaun comes with $35 million and $65 over the cap. Hey, sometimes you got to make a splash, right? Sometimes you got to make a splash. All right, we're gonna start with the OG of the State of the Saints podcast. We got Jerry. Jerry, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, TJ Jones, the host?
Yes, sir.
Of the State of the Saints podcast. Listen, if all y'all watched the press conference earlier, I need to drop some knowledge on my Who Dat Nation.
Right.
I need to drop some I'm gonna do this real quick, and because I know somebody else getting ready to come on, but I'm gonna drop some knowledge on y'all.
Right.
Who Dat Nation? Y'all know how much I love y'all. I need y'all to do me a favor. Go to one of the pharmacy stores, find you some chill pills, take it home with you, get you a glass of water, and take them and relax, because y'all be tripping. The dude is not going to coach another team. Let me say that again. Sean Payton is not coaching another team. He is stepping away from coaching to get his mind right. So all you Dallas Cowboy fans out there that want him to come to Dallas, all you Chicago Bear fans that want him to come to Chicago, knock it off. And so is everybody. Knock it off. Because Sean Payton is not coaching another team. Let me say that one more time. The man is not coaching another freaking team. I just want to drop that off on there. I just want to drop it off. Because some of these fans are delusional, TJ. I love them to death, but they got to get their mind right. They got to get their mind right now.
Jerry, I wish I can be, honestly, I wish I can just echo those sentiments, man. But I honestly, bro, I don't know. I'm hearing some things. I ain't saying I hear from the Cowboys or nothing like that. But what was told to me, I don't know how true this is, okay? All I know is that the person that told me that Sean Payton was going to retire or step down from the Saints a week ago, like before anybody said anything, when people were like, oh, he on vacation, is the same person that told me that the New Orleans Saints knew about this. They've been keeping it under wraps, and he might most likely going to be coaching another team. I don't know how they're going to work it out, because to me, it would involve the New Orleans Saints having to trade Sean Payton at some level or some capacity. Now, if they worked it out with one of these teams and like, okay, you give us this, that, and the third for Sean Payton, and that's the only way I can see that happening. I don't know if there's a loophole where he steps down and then, okay, you retire, so the contract is no longer the way that it once is. I don't know what's going on with that, but all I know is that what was told to me, that he can be coaching another team. I asked the source, I said, which team? He said, I can't say right now. He said, but there's a strong possibility that's gonna happen.
Exactly.
So they knew. Like I said, bruh. I understand football. I understand football. I understand this behind the scenes stuff from time to time. there's a lot of things as, you know, everyday people like myself and you know, that we look at these situations, man, but these people be knowing what be going on, man. I don't think that I don't know if Sean Payton just called Gail Benson last night and was like, okay, I'm gonna retire. I think that they didn't have this conversation. I really do. I can't see this. I don't know. But I'm just confused, man. I'm just confused. I wish I could say that he's not gonna coach another team. I can't say that, Jerry. I can't.
That's why, TJ. That's why I don't listen to all these clowns, these scumbags on the media, because you know they like to stir stuff up. I ignore them,
Right.
and so does everybody else. So whatever y'all hear in the Who Dat Nation, forget them, because they ain't nothing but clowns like to stir stuff up.
Yeah.
And that's what they love to do. And that's why we're in a situation right now. And I hope and pray that Dennis Allen or whoever it is step up and take Sean Payton's place while he's chilling for a year with his family and whatever's going on. But everybody just need to just relax, chill out, forget about what y'all hear from these other fans, because they're in the same boat we in. Talking about us going back to the paper bags. That ain't gonna work. Y'all need to go somewhere and just get in the pool, get in the water somewhere, and just go jump in a lake somewhere. Just do something.
Right.
Because us Saints fans, we've been down this road before. Through the good, through the bad, through the happy, the sad, playoffs or not, Super Bowl or not, we in this thing together as a family.
Yeah. Yeah, regardless, man.
I just want to drop some knowledge out to my people, man, because boy, that's what happens when the OG comes in and drops some knowledge to his people. So knowing that everything gonna be all right going forward. We got 8 months until the 2022 NFL season start, and hopefully we'll have everything that we need.
Yeah, hopefully they do, man. You know, but look, I think that Mickey Loomis, just like he found Sean Payton, I think he can find you know, his successor. So looking forward to seeing that. It's going to be very interesting this offseason, man. This offseason just took on a brand new meaning, no doubt about it.
And one more thing, TJ, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. If y'all tripping about this salary cap we're dealing with, you know how Mickey Loomis is. The man is like magic. So stop sweating about it. We're gonna get it done before the free agency, the new league year come up in March. We're gonna be all right.
Right.
Yes, we in cap hell right now, but we can get out of cap hell. This has happened before. We're gonna be all right. So just lower your expectations, just chill out, relax. Everything gonna be all right. Just let them do their work, and everything will be just fine.
Right. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Jared, thank you, man, for that knowledge. Appreciate that, man. And call back anytime. All right. Take it easy, man.
You too, man.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Look, I thought, I don't know what to think right now. I really don't. I mean, I really don't know what to think. Anthony, thank you very much for the $5. Says, who would you like to see coach the Saints personally? You know, I'll just be throwing names out here right now. I mean, because like I said, I mean, even though I kind of had an idea a couple of days ago, I didn't think that this was gonna happen. Like I didn't, you know. I just thought, like, man, y'all know how it is. Like Jerry said, it's like the media, they constantly like always coming up with these different stories and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I don't think so. Then all of a sudden, like it happens, you're like, whoa, like what the heck just happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. I don't know what to think. And as far as like a head coach, I mean, I could throw some names out there. You know, Eric Bieniemy would be, you know, a top candidate for me. Jim Harbaugh would be another top candidate for me. Chris Richard would be a candidate for me. I just feel like he would be a really good head coach. You know, maybe like getting somebody like from one of these coaching staffs, like from, I don't know, Sean McVay's coaching staff or something like that, and somebody with some offensive innovation. I just didn't think, like, honestly, man, I'm just naive. I just didn't think that I'd be talking about this today. Okay, maybe it was my heart talking or something like that, but man, the Bucks scared because Brady about to leave too. Yeah, and they stuck with Bruce Arians. We're gonna move on to Josh. Josh, how you doing, man?
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Josh, the fan
Yes,
of the
sir.
State of the Saints podcast. And might I add, you just heard from the OG of the State of the Saints podcast.
Yes, sir.
So y'all are getting a real treat today, man.
Man, no doubt.
But,
back to back, man. How y'all pulled that off? Y'all must have collaborated with that.
Yeah, he texted me just before. That's how that happened. But
I believe.
TJ, I'm heartbroken, man.
Me too, man. Me too.
I'll do anything to get Sean back here. I'll even sing him a song, some Jodeci, some John B. Please don't go. You know what I mean? Some Marvin Gaye. Yeah, I ain't gay or nothing, but I'll sing that just for a second just to see if he'll come back. You know what I mean?
Please don't go.
Please don't go. You'll ruin my whole world. Tell me you'll stay. Never ever go away, Sean, please. No, you want to hear something though, man?
What was that, man?
Last week, people were commenting in here about Sean leaving, going to the Cowboys, and I noticed that the Bears head coach jobs opened up too. So I said, there's no way that Sean is going to leave for the Cowboys, but he would leave for the Bears because Chicago is where he's from.
Yes.
And if you remember, Sean really wanted the Green Bay Packers job before he came here. And one of the big reasons he wanted that is because that's right close to Chicago. It's like it's within striking distance of Chicago, and he could have just been right there.
Yep.
So my thought is that he's going to Chicago.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I think that's his dream job to open up and coach his home team that he's probably rooted for his whole life, and that's what's going to happen. But man, dude, I just heard about this from you just now. I was busy all day, so I didn't hear nothing until you just showed up with your live. So I'm just still processing this, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like it is, Josh, it's crazy. Like I promise you, man. Like I didn't think I'd be talking about this today.
Well, Sean is the greatest offensive coach of all time by a landslide. You know what I mean? He's probably the greatest coach of all time, period. But he's definitely the greatest offensive coach of all time, period. And I think you're probably right about Jameis because, like, Jameis came here thinking that Sean was going to help him build up into a superstar, and that's what was supposed to happen.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, Jameis still has talent, but can Jameis reach his peak potential? Or is it going to take Jameis longer to reach his peak potential without Sean here? Because Sean's offensive mind is just so freaking great. Yeah. So this is, I think, I'm not freaking out. I'm just being realistic here. I'm thinking we're in for a few losing seasons, like some 7-10 seasons. We gotta be. We've got no offense. Now we just lost the greatest offensive mind of all time. We do have a good defense that will keep us in most games, so we'll be around the 500 marker. But I can't see us realistically, going, 13-4 next year and hitting the playoffs unless we just have some lucky run. But I will say this much, man, and I'll leave it at this. I just want to say, I don't know if Sean watches this or not, but Sean, you've been a really big inspiration to me. TJ knows my story about being a former homeless man and kind of latching on to the Saints as a team, and that was because of you. And back when I was homeless and getting over alcoholism and getting through college and all that, it was like your perseverance and your work ethic and just seeing you do what you do that helped me find the strength to do what I got to do to get up out of the gutter and like start building a successful life for myself. So Sean, if you hear this or if you see this, if you do watch the show, I don't know if you do, but I am so thankful for you, not just in a football way, but in a personal way. So I wanted to say that to you directly in case you ever hear it. I guess that's all I got, TJ, but I don't I'll ask you what you see us doing next year in the next 2 years. I see us at a couple of 7-10s before we get back on track.
Well, I think that it depends on who they bring in. Like you said, Sean Payton is one of a kind. And yes, there are a lot of young, innovative coaches out there. But I just want the Saints to be smart. I don't want the Saints to ride the wave. I don't need the Saints to go out there trying to be like any other team out here. If they put the right coach in the right place, I think they there can be recipes for success, but they got to make sure that they find the right coach that can continue to build what Sean Payton left behind, and not just be so full of themselves to a point where they're not willing to put their pride to the side for the betterment of the squad. And Sean Payton was just so meticulous, and I just think that's probably one thing that made him as great as he was, because this man sit up there and talk for 5 minutes about cleats, you know what I'm saying? Like, and weather reports and whatnot. I don't think you're going to get no stuff like that no more. So I think that you can find somebody that can replace him, but I don't think anybody attention to detail is going to be like Sean Payton's. I don't think any coach is going to be like that. But I think
you think some baby face would work?
You said what?
You think some baby face would work?
It depends on who it is.
No, I'm talking about to sing a song to get him to come back here.
Oh, babyface. Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe some babyface would do it.
Some H-Town, Jodeci, something.
I don't know.
But, no, but I said what I got to say, man. But I just heard about this from you like 20 minutes ago when you just started this live. So I'm just like, my mind is just in shock.
Yeah, man. Me too, man. Yeah, man. But I'm pretty sure, man, look, I know they skim past these shows and stuff like that. I know we have a lot of reporter friends that have tuned in, have been a part of this show. So I'm pretty sure like he's going to hear this one way or another. And also, man, shouts out to the PR team of the New Orleans Saints, man, always sending me them transcripts every single week, man. So shouts out to them. So I'm pretty sure he's going to hear it one way or another. But thank you, man. Thank you for sharing your story. And and while you're here, man, while we're talking about inspiration, not only Sean Payton, inspiration to us all. You know what I'm saying? You're an inspiration. Anybody that follows the State of Saints podcast, been on board, they can attest to this, man. You are a walking, talking overcomer. I respect the hell out of you, man. And everything that you've been through made you the person that you are today. And, thank you so much, man, for having confidence in me and, and tuning into the show and being there with me, man, when I just was starting out, man. So not only, did you grow, we grew together. So want to say thank you, man. I appreciate you, being on the show. And, man, just thank you for being one of the most loyal individuals, that I've ever met. So, Josh, man, shouts out to you, my friend.
Shouts out to you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I got mad love for you, man. See you later, man.
You take care, man. Yeah, man. Josh and the OG, man, they've been holding it down for years, man. When I felt like I was just talking to myself, you know what I'm saying? Like before State of Saints podcast, was close to 10,000 subscribers when we had 4, you know what I'm saying? Those guys were like, some of the, top subscribers. So, I mean, they've been here, man. They watched the growth of this podcast. So, and he's been through a lot, man. He talked about homelessness and alcoholism. Now this dude, graduating, from Iowa State University. So shouts out to Josh, man. Keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're an inspiration to us all too, man, those that follow the show. The Truth, thank you very much for the $5 says, I'm sad Coach Payton is gone. Yeah, I think we all are, man. I think you're all a little bit sad. I mean, heard WWL, they will open up the phone lines and stuff like that down there too. A lot of wet eyes around there as well, man. Travis, thank you very much for the $2 says Sean isn't sold on Jameis and will be in D with Zim. Who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, they got a lot of head coaching jobs out there, man, that need to get filled. So there's a lot of places for him, but I'll be honest with you, man. I think I can see this dude coaching in Chicago. Time to move forward on the new era. Yes, and that's what this is, man. This is indeed a new era. This is a new era, man. This is uncharted territories for a lot of us. Like some of you, you know what I'm saying? Like I said at the beginning of the show, some of you never experienced life outside of Sean Payton. And if, you probably not old enough to remember. All you remember is Sean Payton being the Saints head coach. But, I mean, this is the start of a new era. And it's about that time, folks, for us to really find out who the real Saints fans are. Because some of y'all been rolling on that bandwagon for years. It's time to find out who the real who that's are. Not some of you fake, phony, can't name about 5 folk on the team. Been rooting for the team, man. I've been a Saints fan. I've been down for the cause. Then half of y'all having a heart attack. Man, we suck. We ain't gonna make the playoffs no more. Where the real Saints fans at? Man, right now, man, I need a who that in the chat right No, okay? If you down for the cause, win, lose, or draw. In the words of my boy Eric, black and gold, till you're dead and cold. I need to hear who that, okay? Look, this ain't a funeral right now, man. It's about time for us to separate the wheat from the tare. You feel me? Where them real Who That Nation members at? Can I get a who that? We're gonna move on to Mega Prime, man. What's going on, man? Can you hear me? All right, we're having little audio issues with you. We'll get back to you, man. We're going to go to DLP 2600. I need a who that, okay? Before we get to DLP, I need a who that in the chat, okay? You know, if you ain't giving up, this didn't change your mind about the squad. Y'all didn't leave last year when Drew Brees left. Let me hear a who that. DLP 2600, how you doing, man?
Hey, brother, how's it going?
Man, it's going fine, man. It's a rough day, sad day for the Who Dat Nation, but we here, man. What you got for us?
TJ, man, I'm with you. And I think Brother Jerry, Josh, they what they said, man, and what you've been saying. I mean, you guys have hit on a lot of good points.
Yeah.
It is a sad day, man. Think about it. I'm one of the old Saints fans like you, TJ. I was a young kid watching these teams struggle back in the 80s and the 90s, the 2000s, man. And, you know, what Sean brought to the table, he brought leadership, man. He came, you know, people can say what they want about Sean, whether you like the way he was personally or not, how he coached and this, that. We should have won more Super Bowls. What he brought was leadership, stability, and he was a winner. And when I listened to that press conference, there were some things that I uncovered I didn't even know about that showed me this guy had a lot of drive, because he was talking, if you remember when he was talking at a press conference, how he, you know, he was bouncing around the Arena Football League, and he was bouncing around. He didn't know what he was going to do, and then he got an offer to go to San Diego State to be the running back coach, which he ended up coaching Marshall Faulk when Marshall Faulk was there. And he drove across country. He had no money. He said he was driving a Chevy Cavalier and it broke down in like Colorado or something like that. and then he said that he didn't have no money to fix it, and some guy or some person that was there, or he was broke on the side of the road, helped him, and he actually got the car running again, and he was able to make it to San Diego. And then some other opportunities down, you know, eventually opened up, and I think he ended up going to the Philadelphia Eagles and worked with all those great coaches. They'll end up going, you know, being head coaches later on. Yeah. But the guy, he started at the bottom, and he pushed and pushed and pushed. And I think that was one of the things that that I respect about him, is that no matter what people thought about the Saints or thought about, you know, him, I think that's kind of his identity with the Saints. He always felt like this team could do something. That's why when his first year, we caught the NFL by storm. Yep. Nobody thought the Saints were going to do nothing in 2006.
Amen, bro.
And look what happened. We showed it, and that was the beginning.
Yep. And
he walked in. Now you have to, TJ, you know, and all the Saints fans know that he walked into a tornado. Literally.
Sure did. Yep.
Because first of all, the Saints their salary cap wasn't out. I don't think they didn't have a lot of money to spend. And then at the time, he was a new coach, trying to get people to come on board and buy into him as an unproven. They knew him as an offensive coordinator, knew he was a good mind, but he's a rookie coach, and you're trying to get veterans and all these superstars to come to a team that's been known for losing. Owner never, let's be honest, Benson wasn't a guy that spent a lot of money. So he was a
skinflint. He was a skinflint, man.
Exactly. He cheapskate. Yep. Now that's credit to him for being wealthy and all that. That's good, and that is bad points. But the point is, it was very difficult, and he took a team that was going through a lot, a community that was going through a lot over a long time, and he pushed and got this team to the NFC Championship. His coaching, he was the leader. I know we talk about Drew Brees, we talk about this player, that player, but ultimately the head coach is the foundation of the team.
Yep.
And you got to have that because these men, you need a leader and then everybody behind them. And to me, this is a huge blow to the team. It's good. I love Sean.
Yep.
I'm very proud of what he did, and he had faith. He came here, and he said in other stories, he came to New Orleans. He was looking around. He saw the destruction. He saw this and that, but he took the job. They believed in him. He believed in the organization, and he just rode with it. And we did some great things. That being said, TJ, this is a huge blow to this team. More than Drew Brees. Yes, every team needs a franchise quarterback. There's no doubt about it. But head coaches, you have to have a good head coach to run the team. And right now, I didn't see this coming. I thought all the reports, just like you, was all hogwash like they've been in the past. There's been this ain't the first time this ain't the first time this is not being that this hasn't been said. I mean, they've been recruiting Payton for years. Now, whether it was been true or not, that's a whole different discussion. But the point is, I never really believed it. But listen to his press conference. The dude's burnt out. He sounds and looks, he just wants to take some time away. He's not going to be coaching another team. I know all these people keep saying, oh, he's going to go coach. Even if he goes and coaches, I don't believe it's this year. I believe it's next year. Now, the whole Chicago thing, there's always a possibility. I don't see the Cowboys being in the game. I really don't. Because here's the thing. The Saints still hold the cards in this situation too, because they still hold his contract. He's under contract with the Saints. The only way he can get out of that contract is the Saints would have to trade him.
Yep.
And
that's why I say if DLP, the only way they can do that is if the Saints already knew about this. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they had to know about this, you know what I'm saying, in order for him to, you know what I'm saying, to be in this position. So maybe, the only way I can see is he talked to them, said that he wanted to change the scenery, and was like, okay, you know what I'm saying, like, you can, you know what I'm saying, y'all can shop me around or whatever like that, but because you got the New York Giants where he has history. He has, you know what I'm saying, the Chicago Bears where he kind of grew up at, you know what I'm saying, went to college at and stuff like that. So I can see situations, and honestly, both of those spots would be ideal for the New Orleans Saints because they're gonna have to give up like a first round pick for him. Giants stunk. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be in the top 5. So you'll get yourself a top player for Sean Payton. And if you get yourself the right coach, you got a good pick. And you picking what, 18th? So you can, you know what I'm saying, have 2 first round draft picks. So I don't know, man. Well,
TJ, this is where I think I think it's going to be a media job, not a head coaching job. The reason why I'm going to tell you this. Interesting enough, Jay Glacier, which most people may or may not know this, is one of Sean Payton's close friends. He was talking the other day on some other podcast because they kept asking about Sean Payton. And he claims that Sean Payton has talked to him over the years about potentially going into media. He said he was talking to Drew Brees about it. Right. He's talked to this Diana Rossini, which he's friends with her at ESPN, that he's talked about the media thing. I think what, in my personal opinion, and like I said, if you watch it and pay attention closely to the news conference, certain things he said, I personally think based on this news conference, he's burned out. Right. I think he is going to step away from coaching for at least a year at a minimum. Yeah. He may get a desire to coach again because I believe it's in his DNA. I think he loves it. But I think with all this COVID thing that's happened twice to him, all this NFL, the refs, the salary cap, not having the franchise quarterback, and all these things combined. And he's a competitor, man. He wants to win. And I think all these playoff losses, I think he probably wants to take a step back, refresh, and come back in a couple of years. Maybe after 1 year out, he'll come back, but I think it's going to be a couple years. I think he'll do what Gruden did, which is take a couple years off. And that's another one of his close friends. I'm sure he's talked to Gruden too, because Gruden when he stopped coaching. He was over at ESPN or was it ESPN? Yeah, ESPN for a number of years before the Raiders offered him that crazy contract and he came back.
Right.
So I have a feeling it's more going towards a media job and not coaching for a while. Then I feel like when he's motivated, gets his motivation back and he's ready, he'll come back to coaching. So I honestly, in my personal opinion, I understand about the New York Giants thing, the Chicago thing. I don't think he's going to coach. I just think he's going to take a step back, go spend some time with it. It sounds like he just got married too. That's the thing. He just got married not this past summer. He had to go into training camp. He had from what I remember, he didn't have a honeymoon. Right. He wants to spend time with his wife, his new wife, his family. If he does the media, it's a lot more flexibility and he can still make a huge amounts of money. So I actually think the media thing, which I personally, if he goes in that direction, I actually would feel better if he went in that direction as opposed to going to another team. Because honestly, we as Saints fans would hate to see him go to any other team right now, especially the wound is so fresh.
Yeah. I mean, look, DLP, I definitely agree with you, man. I got a few more calls I got to get to. But I appreciate your take, man. I mean, you made some interesting points on that. Would hurt to see him go to another team. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, look, that's what football is all about. The Saints have to find a way to try to weather this storm, man. And I mean, it's raining right now in the Crescent City. DLP, thank you so much, man. Appreciate your take, man. Call back anytime. All right, man. Yeah. Man. Shouts out to DLP, man. Made some really good points. I don't know. Like I said, he may coach, he may not coach. I don't know. I don't know what to think at this particular point. I didn't think I would be having this conversation today. I guess we got a Carolina Panther fan up in here, talking noise, saying that it's back to the back of the line. Y'all wouldn't know something about being at the back of the line since y'all been trash for the last 2 seasons. You hired a coach based on the fact that y'all think y'all can play money ball out there in Charlotte, but it just didn't pan out. And how pathetic is an organization and a franchise that y'all have to wish and hope and pray that a coach or a quarterback has to retire because you can't get the job done. When New Orleans Saints fans talk about Tom Brady and Tom Brady retiring, we don't have to look at it as, oh, man, I'm glad he's out of here, because we've been whooping his tail still 4 straight times in the regular season. You all suck, period. Y'all think that Ben McAdoo, Wackadoo, is going to answer y'all questions? Is he going to help y'all with offensive innovation? This man can't even help himself with the right kind of hair gel. The dude looked like a sleazy New York lawyer, and y'all expect for this dude to come in and change your life offensively. Your coach is a clown. Your organization is a bunch of clowns, and you all will never be at the top of the NFC South because your whole organization, owner included, are a bunch of underachieving, pathetic losers. Do you think that Sam Darnold, y'all really have Sam Darnold as the starting quarterback, and y'all really was on y'all shows talking as if Sam Darnold going to lead you all somewhere? Sam Darnold couldn't lead you across the street if he had a crossing guard smock on and a stop sign. But y'all won't come in and talk about the Saints. Y'all know why y'all on here. This is why they on here. Because they know who the best team in the South is. They know who the most well-structured team is in the South. It is the New Orleans Saints. So honestly, I would want to surround myself around winners myself. Don't you want to be around winners? So I don't blame you. I mean, y'all season was over around week 5. I mean, seriously, y'all had quarterback by committee. The Saints had quarterback by committee, and they were 1 game away from the postseason. Y'all had quarterback by committee, and your season was over by week 4. So miss me with that, Carolina. Please find something else to do, like find a better head coach, find a better offensive coordinator, and maybe find an owner that don't look at Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill on a movie called Moneyball and think that he gonna run y'all structure y'all team like that. So please, miss me with that nonsense. But we're gonna go ahead, man. Look, I know this is a somber time, man. Everybody upset right now, man. But we about to turn up real quick, man. We about to turn freaking up, man, real quick. This is what I need from everybody. Hey. One time for Sean Payton. One time for Sean Payton. Hey. Let's go. Hey. We love you, Sean. Hey. Hit that bean and win it.
Black and gold, bleed that. Another Super Bowl ring, I need that. Look, we done heard it all, give you feedback. Then on Sundays, you know where I be at. Our stars align, baby, Zodiac. Ends on attacks by wide receivers and running backs. Yeah, we running up scores like a racetrack. And if you ask who, I'ma say we that. Oh, Saints fan, yeah, the whole nation, yeah. Go ahead, hit the Sean Payton. You know you're here for it. Why you wait? Do your dance.
Hit that Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. Do your dance.
Hey, if you still believe in that black and gold, give me that who that in that chat. Let's go.
Coach made a dance for the Nola babies. And it don't matter if you're 8 to 80. And we don't care if you're saying the crazy. You can dress it how you want, roast beef.
Haters can leave the chat. We in this thing.
Now move your handlebars from left to right. 2 steps back and forth, baby, you all right. And now you're looking like
you about that life. Let's go.
Saints fan, the whole nation. Go ahead, hit the Sean Payton. You know you're here for it. Why you wait? Do your dance. Hit the Sean Payton. Sean Payton. Sean Payton. Do your dance.
Hit the Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. Sean Payton. Saints fan. Hit the Sean Payton.
If you like the State of the Saints podcast, go ahead and give your boy a thumbs up, man. If you ain't worried about the 2022 season, go ahead and put that thumbs up. If you black and gold till you're dead and cold, like my boy Aaron on the Black and Gold Breakdown podcast say, go ahead, hit that who that.
Saints fan, the whole nation. Go ahead, hit the Sean Payton. You know you're here for it. Why you wait? Do your dance. Hit the Sean Payton. Sean Payton. Sean Payton. Do your dance. Hit the Sean Payton. Sean Payton. Sean Payton. Saints fan. Hit the Sean Payton.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who that? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We ain't worried about nothing over here, man. Shouts out to all the members of the Who That Nation. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's too somber up in here. This ain't a funeral, okay? You know what I'm saying? This is the celebration of a guy who gave us 16 years of incredible coaching. Legitimized this franchise, man. All right? So I know it's everybody a little down, you know what I'm saying? We wondering what the team gonna be. Man, bump all that. We in this thing, man. We in this thing. We're gonna go to Trey. We're gonna go to Trey the Truth. Nah, they ain't really Trey the Truth, but it's Trey Joseph. What's going on, Trey? How you doing, man?
What's up? What's up? State of the Saints
Man, how you doing, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you, man, stopping by.
Man,
What you got for us?
You, man. All right, man. Look, I'm gonna just say this. The first thing, why are we not respecting Dennis Allen? Do you remember the game where Sean Payton was out with C-19 and Dennis Allen was the head coach, and how energetic and happy he looked to just have that authority? Do we not remember that? Like, everybody is discrediting that. I really believe that Dennis Allen, with all those years of working with Sean Payton so closely as a defense coordinator, could lead our team to the playoffs. I'm not having Super Bowl aspirations from Dennis Allen yet. I have to see repeated, sustained success from him in order to put that Super Bowl run in there.
Yeah.
But I believe he could get us to the playoffs, maybe a divisional round right now from off rip. If he has the right pieces in the right places. We don't know how his offense was going to look, but I believe Pete Carmichael might stay. Pete Carmichael might retire. I don't know, because Pete Carmichael hasn't been calling the plays for his, what? I don't know, 14, 15 years? He's only done it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, consistently. Like every now and then he might call a game or two, but no, not consistently. Look, okay, let me go ahead and play devil's advocate here, okay? Dennis Allen, only head coaching job was with the Oakland Raiders. Now, we can agree that the Oakland Raiders, during this particular time, were a train wreck, right? Al Davis was still alive. You know, he was kind of old and kind of set in his ways and drafting kickers in the first round and getting guys like Darius Hayward Bay because he run a 4.2. Okay, so I can understand and see, you know, why somebody would say like, he went to a bad spot. I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to be prisoner of moment. Okay, I feel like I need to see what you can do consistently on a consistent basis for me to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think he should be the head coach. One good job against Tom Brady does not, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, just completely erases the fact that you was 8-28 as a head coach, man. I'm sorry, bro. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like,
I mean, that's true.
I would love to see, but I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, look, I want to get this dude a chance, but that 8-28 is still in the back of my mind. And you know, people tell me when you look at you know, head coaches like Raheem Morris and Lovie Smith and you know, and Steve Wilkes. When you have you know 8 and, you know what I'm saying, 8-20 records, that you'll never get a coaching chance again. So what makes Dennis Allen so different from any one of those gentlemen? And none of those gentlemen, by the way, had an 8-28 record, but their names don't seem to be coming up nowhere. So I'm just trying to be equal here, okay? You know, that's all I'm saying. Because man, come on, let's be real, bro. If one of them dudes had an 8-28 record, would we be having this conversation right now? Probably not. So why we gotta have this conversation about?
I don't want to be here with you, man. We are evolved past the point of the bag days, TJ.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to go back. I'm not trying to do that. I'm only 25, but I've seen Sean Payton win the whole 16 years he's been here. Not Super Bowls, but winning in the playoffs, or getting to the playoffs, winning a couple of playoff games, losing the big ones. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen with the Saints, man. I believe he's earned the right to sit down, though. He's earned that right. He's given me so many great Sunday memories with my father and my mother, watching the Saints game, and I can't hold him if he wants to sit down. He's earned that right to me. I don't mean some other Saints fans might not feel that way, but in my book, he's good. He's earned the right to sit down. I appreciate letting me come on the show, and I'm gonna let somebody else get at it.
No
Peace.
problem, man.
Much
Thank
love.
you, Trey. Much love to you too, man. Who that? Yeah, man. Look, man, shouts out to Trey, man. Look, I understand a lot of people may feel about the situation. Nobody want to go back to them days. I remember them days vividly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when the Saints stunk. Okay, they used to be, when I was in middle school, high school, you know, starter jackets was hot. Okay, you know, people used to get the Cowboy starter jacket, 49er starter jacket, Steelers starter jacket. You better not roll in the school with no New Orleans Saints starter jacket on. If you do, boy, they will rib you like they've been ribbing Eli Apple for the last 2 days on Twitter. Okay? You couldn't wear no Saints nail, as they call it. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't wear none of it. If you did, man, they will rib you. Like, man, for real. Like, but now it's like if you have Florida Lee on your hat, on your hoodie, you know, I mean, anywhere, man, like it's much love. Now it used to be like, man, I know some of y'all remember this, and then we're about to go to God of Creation. But y'all know some of y'all remember this. When somebody asks you, man, who your team is, and you be like, the Saints, and they be like, yeah, laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? Like the Saints be like the same way when you say the Jets. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like when you say who your favorite team is, they be like, man, I'm a Saints fan. They be like, oh, okay, all right. They can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because of Sean Payton. That's why. That's the reason why you got that confidence in your heart right now. That's why you can sit up here and say, who that? With confidence. Everything to do with what Sean Payton built throughout these 16 years. And for these people that's talking about Sean Payton and talking about, oh, he gave up jump ship, this, that, and the third, I know y'all boy young, okay? It's rather you're young, you don't know, you don't show, or don't care what happened over the last 50 plus years with the Saints. You can't know. There's not a person that has been following this team that can sit up here and talk about this man jumping ship, because the Saints didn't have nada before this dude came here at all. Okay? I understand that you're upset. You want to feel like a winner, and some of you are probably just doing this because you're bitter and mad. You talk so much smack over the years. Now you feel like you're gonna get your comeuppance. But guess what, folks? I don't care if them boys won 4 games, 5 games, 6 games. I'm still gonna say who that, and I'm still gonna have the smoke for the Falcons, Panthers, and them bum Bucks. Okay, I'm still gonna have the smoke for them. Point blank, period. That's all I gotta say right here. I ain't got. There's not a doubt in my mind that I'm still gonna be saying who that regardless, man. If you're scared, go to church. We ain't scared over here on the State of the Saints podcast, man. God of Creation, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
Man, how you doing, man?
Good, man. It's been an interesting day, hasn't it?
Man, it's been a very interesting day, man. Very interesting day.
First of all, I want to say this to all them old heads, flexing, y'all talking about we knew Saints when they was 0-16 and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, man, for all y'all old heads, talk to me real quick. Like, look at this, man. We ain't going back to that, first of all. First of all, we is not putting no bag over no heads no more. We left it. And 2, y'all can't be scared of something new, man. It seemed like every time something happened with the Saints, man, every old head start having a stroke. Like, man, y'all gotta calm down, man. Like, it's something new. Like, we know, yeah, Drew left. We know Sean left, man. And I'm excited to see, like when I don't know about. I'm different, you know what I'm saying? I'm a person that if I keep whooping ass, I'm gonna get tired of whooping ass. I need my ass whooped finally, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, we keep beating everybody, that's why everybody's like, oh my God, yes. You see all these fans.
Yeah, that's why. Like, that's what I'm saying.
All these weird hate. Like, how do we have hate? Please tell me, TJ. How do the Saints have? We don't get talked in the media. Nobody gets talked. The only person that ever got some respect was Sean Payton, and then after that was Drew Brees. But besides anybody else, and Alvin Kamara, he gets some love too. But besides that, no, and some little Michael Thomas, but they've been ODing with him. But beside that, man, it's like, man, all these teams, so like, how we have enemies, nigga? We ain't even been in no. Like, I can barely find 5 articles about the Saints that's not from the Saints, a New Orleans like foreign person, like a reporter from New Orleans. Like, man, like, how do we, like, for real? Because I'm in the live stream and I'm seeing like Rams fans. I'm seeing Rams and Cardinals fans. I had a Cardinal fan try to tell me, "Oh man, it's been disappointing because Sean and Breeze only got one Super Bowl. They ain't shit. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, what the hell? I'm like, you are a Cardinals fan talking greasy? Like, man, like, bro, it don't.
Oh man, look. All I can say is this, okay? A lot of people are happy today, and it has everything to do with their bitterness and jealousy of the New Orleans Saints. Smack and tail, been whooping ass, taking names, and they feel like you take, like, it's like this, right? It's like, if, you know what I'm saying, a boxer is punch drunk, right? And he's standing up there, he's wiggling around. And you give him one shot to the face, and then all of a sudden, like, he wails back, and you just like, okay. Then all of a sudden, you wail back again. You know you about to knock him out. So that first punch that set up this knockout, they felt like with Drew Brees. So now the Saints are teetering, right? Yep. And all of a sudden, now Sean Payton is going, well, we about to cock back, and we about to knock y'all tail clean out. So that's how they feel like this today.
Yeah,
but it ain't about to go down like that, man. It ain't about to go down like that. It's about to go down. Like, and man, it ain't. It's
right. And I think, I know you said, head coaching is a concern, but I feel like, then it's like, if we're gonna be real, let's just objectively think about it. Mm-hmm. What if we, Dennis Allen's defense and Sean Payton's offense, who even got us 9-8? Like, are we? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all he's gonna be anything like Sean Payton. That is not what I'm saying, because I know people will twist those words. But we ain't win because of Sean Payton offense. I'm gonna just tell you that it's no fault. It's no fault of him. We just had no weapons, but we won because of defense. And I feel like, people don't. I feel like people don't want to accept people can change. Like, yeah, dude might have started 8-28, but man, it's not about what happened last year, man. It's about what's going on right now. It ain't about what we used to do. It's about who you is now and what you're gonna do. And then, you know what I'm saying? You can always, like Cam Newton, he can always talk about, oh man, I used to be the MVP. Nah, man, what you is right now. You know what I'm saying? And I love that, man. So it's like, it's about what's gonna happen, man.
Dang, homie. In high school, you was the man. look, gotta create your man. Look, I got a couple more calls to take, man. But thank you so much for your input. Appreciate it. Much love to you, man. Call back anytime.
Who that?
Who that? Yeah, man. Look, I guess it ain't about what you used to be. It's about what you are now. Now, I will say this before I get to John. If the Saints want to kind of keep this team intact, you might want to hire from within. But here's the thing, folks. How many times have you actually seen teams hire from within? Like, I never seen this. Like, okay, I take that back. Wade Phillips and Jason Garrett, they did hire from within, but that was more like a hit job. Like, Jason Garrett kind of sabotaged Wade Phillips. You know what I'm saying? Like, calling these bum ass offensive plays that have the Cowboy looking real bad and sus, even though to this day they look bad and sus. But still, he did it in order for him to get that coaching job. You don't really see that all the time where guys hire from within. The general manager always seems to want to try to hire another guy. Now, if you want to keep this team intact, you want to kind of keep Sneaky Pete Carmichael around. You want to, maybe keep Dennis Allen, keep that defensive staff around, offensive staff around. Then most likely, you probably want to hire from within, because if you hire a head coach, he might want to bring his guys in. He might want to be able to bring his people in. But the Saints are in a really good position right now. They got really good coordinators. They got really good offensive-minded individuals on the team, even though the offense didn't reflect that. It had a lot to do with the players that they actually had and what they were asking those players to do, and those guys couldn't do it. If you put some offensive weapons in place on this football team, and you was to keep, Pete Carmichael and some of these other guys around, I can see you making the playoffs. Now, can you coach well enough in order for you to get over that hump is another story. But let me read some donations, and then we'll get to John. Bronze, thank you very much for the $5. Says, Allen is a solid guy. He seems like as steady as she goes. Don't rock the boat type of coach, okay? But is he a winning coach? Okay, that's what I want to know. Can he win? Can we make the playoffs, okay? I don't need you to rock the boat. You know, I don't want the boat to sink, but are you going to win the game? Is the boat going to leave the dock? That's what I want to know, okay? Don't just be standing in the boat with the rope tied around it, you know what I'm saying? Anchored down. Are we going to be able to set sail, or are you going to keep us at the port? That's all I want to know. Stem says, I'm trying to get back in. Well, Stem, look, I'm sorry, man. You might have to call the next time. We're going to take these last 3 calls, and we're going to go ahead and end the show, man. Everybody else, you know, I'm probably, no, ain't no problem. I am going to have a show on tomorrow as well, man. So all the individuals that didn't get opportunity to chime in today, you get opportunity to chime in tomorrow. But feel free throughout the show to go ahead and hit us up in the comments. T. Smitty, can you drop the call-in link? T. Smitty saying to you, my friend, man, shouts out to you. Sorry your Bucks couldn't get it done. Well, not really. But you still my guy. You know what I'm saying? We can get you on the next show. You know, man, T. Smitty, my guy, man, because T. Smitty and Bucko's Locker, 2 of my favorite individuals because they Bucks fans, but they real Bucks fans. They ain't like on that delusional stuff. You know what I'm saying? They know they place, they know they roll. They happy. And Steve too. He said, jealousy, y'all have no rings in how many years, and yet y'all think y'all a great franchise. We are a great franchise. See, that's the stupidity. That's the stupidity of it all right here. Because y'all feel like rings validate you all for being a great franchise. Look, rings on a bad football franchise is like musk, you know what I'm saying, when cologne being sprayed on a musty body. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers realistically are a musty body, and those 2 Super Bowls is the cologne. Y'all still stink, okay? We still own y'all. We still slap y'all around, and y'all know it. That's why y'all happy here today, man. Y'all excited because y'all know the Saints are a better franchise than you all. Y'all think a couple forced fumbles and a couple interceptions make y'all better than the New Orleans Saints? No. Tom Brady is 4-1 against the New Orleans Saints, but we beat y'all when it count. If this was the best of 7 series, with the Saints would beat you all 4-1. But it's like the NCAA tournament, right? You get a 7 or 8 seed going up against a 1 seed. That don't mean that 8 seed or 9 seed better than a 1. Just means that they caught them they just were better than them on that day, or they took advantage of those opportunities. There's not a real true Bucs fan out here right now that can really truly say that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are better than the Saints. With your team intact, don't tell me, well, we have this dude, that dude. No, we beat y'all when y'all had everybody. So you won a Super Bowl. Congratulations to you. Golf clap. But you're still not a better franchise than the Saints. You all are a musty body, and that Super Bowl is y'all trying to disguise as cologne. But I see you, okay? In the words of Cat Williams, don't you know I can see you? I see that you all are mediocre. I see that you all are not a good franchise. You all got manna rained down from heaven on you in the form of Tom Brady. Now all of a sudden, what y'all think those 6 Super Bowls that he won with the New England Patriots came over to y'all? Huh? Y'all think just because y'all the topic of conversation on Undisputed and ESPN, it's not because of what the Tampa Bay Bucks did. It's because of what Tom Brady has done. Tom Brady leaves, nobody's talking about y'all. Nobody checking for no Bucks. Seriously? Tom Brady leaves, so does the press, okay? The tent that's outside the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facility will get wrapped up, rolled up, and put into the back of somebody's SUV, and they're going to chunk up the deuce because nobody cares about the Bucs outside of Tom Brady. And if you a realistic Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, you know I'm telling the truth. But we about to go to John. John, how you doing, man?
Give me 1 second here. And with that, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, John, man. Look, I echo your sentiments, man. I definitely am very upset about this situation, but at the end of the day,
Well, just that, and the fact that the Rams also lost the 49ers. I didn't talk about that moment. After that, those damn LA Rams had to choke on that game as well. So yeah, it was kind of shocking because, like, honestly, 24 hours ago we were thinking, you know what, Sean Payton might take a little breather, come back, and then we will get focused on the offseason. Might get a quarterback in free agency and focus on getting offensive talent in the draft, which was pretty much our big intention.
Right.
I know all these reporters saying, "Oh, we're going to get a quarterback in the first round of the draft." It's like, hell no, no one trusts these quarterbacks right now in this.
I don't either. I don't either.
So,
man.
I thought that was going to be the surest bet for us, with Sean Payton, because he is the guy that can motivate some of these quarterbacks to come to New Orleans and, play for us, because that's how you got Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill, Drew Brees was here. There's a lot of people that wanted to come to New Orleans. I know there was reports about Aaron Rodgers. What was his status after Green Bay? Russell Wilson, what was his status? And most of it was coming towards New Orleans because of Sean Payton. So it's going to be really interesting to see who the next coach is, how he's going to motivate some of these quarterbacks in free agency, which that's going to be the leading cause for us, that we're going to get a quarterback for free agency to come to New Orleans. It won't be through the draft. It's going to be through free agency. So it'll be kind of interesting to see who will be the next head coach to get some free agents to us. So
right. Yeah, I definitely agree. I do think that if the Saints are going to get themselves a young quarterback in the draft, which I highly doubt, I don't know. Like I say, I don't know about anything right now. But if they were to get it, hypothetically, you want to make sure that you actually get a coach that can be able to coach that player. Even with the Chargers, right? I mean, they had Justin Herbert, but then they went out here and they got Joe Lombardi. You know what I'm saying? They got Joe Lombardi from the Saints to be his quarterback coach, the same guy who was the quarterback coach of Drew Brees throughout the year. So you want to make sure, if you don't have that coach that can motivate a guy, at least you got to have that quarterback coach that's on the side to be able to motivate and push that guy. Now, when you look at some of these,
the reason why I don't trust the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, because he's a great offensive coordinator, but he's worked with Patrick Mahomes, and if we go to that route, we would wind up getting the second coming of Adam Gase, which we all know what that led to. Which Jets and Dolphins fans would sure as hell know what happened with that, because he was the whisperer of Peyton Manning. That led to nowhere. And, obviously Bill O'Brien, who was the whisperer of Tom Brady. And we all know the dysfunction of the Houston Texans at this point. And they're still recovering from the crap. So, there's a lot of question marks to some of these head coaches or these coaching candidates that we still don't know about. I think the surest bet might be Jim Harbaugh, because he was a head coach here in the NFL. And the only reason why he's no longer a head coach is because the GM was a freaking idiot. And it took them about a span of 4 years to recover from their mistakes to even get back to relevancy. So he might be the one. He might be the one who can motivate guys to come here through free agency, and he might keep the defensive coordinator Dennis Allen.
Yeah, I mean, look, there is some validity behind what you're saying. A lot of these offensive coordinators, they're holding the clipboard. A lot of these owners and organizations kind of look past those guys if the head coach is known for his offensive innovation. Like you look at guys like, Kyle Shanahan, right? But Kyle Shanahan is known for bringing the best out of Chad Pennington and Ryan Fitzpatrick and, guys like that. Even had Matt Ryan winning an MVP. You know what I'm saying? So he's able to coach the best out of those guys. But
he also was the director of 28-3, and he also was the one who blew a 10-point lead in the Super Bowl a couple years ago with the 49ers. Right. So yeah, do we really want to
but at the same time, a person can make an argument that he got there. He still got these guys. I mean, look, you can't win if you ain't in. So. I mean, he's still a hell of a coach. I mean, look at the 49ers right now. They're in the NFC Championship game again. So
right.
if you can find somebody like that, cool.
I'll say one more thing before I head out, because I know you're gonna have another call. Like, I want to understand, I want people to understand about Sean Payton. And there was a tweet that I saw that was so amazing, that since he was the coach of the Saints, there have been 17 different coaches in the NFC South since Sean Payton was there. That is culture for us. Not this culture crap that the Deadskins and Washington think they have, that they thought it was pretty damn good. No, this is a real culture for us that has happened for 16 years. And we're truly grateful for him that he was able to do that, to provide us this that we have not seen ever. And I was there. I was here when I saw the first playoff win with Jim Haslett as our coach.
Yeah,
I was there when I was around the time when we missed a freaking extra point with Jim Carney against Jacksonville.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would say that Jim Haslett, like, I don't think a lot of people. He was our previous head coach. He got a bad rap because, like, obviously he was fired in 2005. That was mostly due to Hurricane Katrina. He was under a bad rap on that one. So I was happy for him, for his success as well here as well for the Saints, as well as Sean Payton. So we should appreciate these coaches that helped us be a part of where we are. So
yeah, this should be interesting, the way that this actually goes. I just want to see how everything pans out. I hope that the Saints make the right decision, and build on what Sean Payton left behind. But John, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you. And Saints going to a Super Bowl next year. Yeah.
Yeah. Who that? Oh, man. Look, I mean, yeah, he made some good points. You want to make sure that you make the right decision. And like you said, 17 coaches. 17, man. That is insane. Okay, that is definitely insane. But it also proves my point why you have these NFC South fans up in this thing right now. Okay, that's the reason why. Like they want, man. They want stability. Like, look, you can have that win. I'm not really big on win now. You know what I'm saying? Because I think long term, you know what I'm saying, you still gonna be setting your team back if you don't have like the right executives in place in order to weather the storm. I'm about team building. You know what I'm saying? Like, put a structure around you, a winning culture around you consistently, because you're going to consistently win. You're going to consistently make the playoffs. You're going to consistently be, in the division hunt. You're going to consistently be one of the top teams in the National Football League. But just that whole winning now, now it's like everybody. The NFL is a copycat league, right? A couple of years ago, the Los Angeles Rams, they hired a young, innovative coach named Sean McVay. Then the next year, everybody wanted to get themselves a young, vibrant, offensive, innovative coach. The Arizona Cardinals went out there and get Cliff Kingsbury. Then you had the Green Bay Packers getting Matt LaFleur. Everybody wants to get one of those young, innovative coaches. Now it's like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, we got Brady, man. Let's hurry up and win right now. Now everybody trying to do that same thing, okay? I don't feel like that's long-term success. Yeah, you'll probably win, right now, but what's going to happen down the line? 5-10 years? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be satisfied of winning for, after, win a Super Bowl, and then 5-10 years later, like, you in the playoffs, out the playoffs, in the playoffs, out the playoffs, out the playoffs, out the playoffs, then back in it? Nah, man, I'm good on that. Build me a team up where we can consistently win, okay? And not just, sometimes, and exhausting the checkbook, trying to, win a Super Bowl, because it ain't a guarantee. All right, we're going to go to Trey. Trey, how you doing, man?
What's up, brother, man? Sad day.
Yeah, man, sad stuff right there, man. What you got for us, though, man? What's your thoughts on Sean Payton?
I want to echo back something that John was saying before me. I think he made the point that I wanted to come here on and make. I think we have to really step back and realize how fortunate we've been to have Sean Payton for 16 years in this specific sense. You look at your boy from Carolina, who you put in his place, Chicago, Philly. I have a lot of faith and hope that the Saints as an organization, not an on-field team, but as an organization, Loomis, Carmichael, Allen, it's so rare to find an organization that keeps a team, keeps a coach and a quarterback for that matter, more than 1 or 2 seasons. It's a throwaway league, you know, and they get scared. We are in the conversation of a Tomlin Pittsburgh, Belichick New England. You know, we were very lucky to have that.
Right.
And I forecast for the future, you know, I think we have that kind of culture and organization that's going to find that one person. It might be that trend that you were referring to. It might be a young coach and says, hey, we're going to think longevity. We're going to get a young buck and get them going for a few years. I think, I don't know, I'm really bummed, but I'm thankful for what Peyton gave us. You know, I remember sitting on my dad's lap during the Jim Mora era, seeing the Dope Patrol do their thing.
Right.
And I remember appreciating that. Well, now, you know, where is this team going? It's kind of an exciting time to be a Saints fan.
Definitely.
If you're a true Saints fan.
Yep.
You know, Bucs fans, you know that they're going to be gone in the next 2 years. They're going to be
might be gone next year, to be honest.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think this organization just has those pieces in place to find someone and stick with them, because it's so hard to do. And if we did it once, you know, we might be able to strike a hole again.
Yeah.
We'll say, I'm trying to think of a silver lining. At least we know that this Taysom Hill project is definitely done, because that was all Peyton's brainchild.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
But yeah, man, I don't know where the next couple of years are going to go. But I appreciate your coverage. I know this offseason is going to be fun hearing your commentary and giving us fans a little bit of perspective, and I'll definitely be tuning in.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Trey. Yeah, man, definitely a little bit of a sad and somber day as a Saints fan, but looking forward to the future, man. It's filled with excitement, uncertainty, and sometimes that's a good thing, man. Like, you know, not knowing what to expect, you know, expect the unexpected. So I'm looking. I think the Saints got a lot of good pieces in place. I mean, we've seen this team go out there, win a lot of games that they should not have been in a situation they were in towards the end of the season. They still weathered the storm, and they did an outstanding job. So looking forward to seeing what they're going to do down the line.
Hey,
Trey,
man, we've been here before, man. We 2006, like, we didn't no idea we were going to get this gift. So let's see what happens.
Yep. Never know, man. Trey, thank you so much, man. Appreciate your time. Call back anytime.
Yeah, brother.
All right. Yeah, man. Shouts out to Trey. Look, I mean, it's the uncertainty. We don't know how things are going to end up, but it could be exciting. It could be a little scary, right? It's like moving to a new house, or starting a new job, or moving across the country or to another state. Like, you're excited, but you don't know what to expect, and might have that little bit of anxiety going. But I think everything is going to be fine, man. I think that they're going to find somebody. To me, I don't feel like I'm boo-boo the fool. I feel like they've been knew this was about to happen. I don't think that Sean Payton just called them about 3 days ago and said, man, I'm leaving. I think that this is something that's been discussed, something he probably brought up to him, and they probably been prepared for it. You know, I don't think that I don't believe and will not believe that Sean Payton just walked up into the office and said, man, I quit. I don't think that. I don't believe that at all. All right, we're going to go ahead and end the show. We're going to go to Chosen. Chosen, how you doing, man?
Oh, what's good, TJ?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody bummed out, but, you know, black and gold till I'm dead and cold, baby. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Man, look, check this out, man. A couple points, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to get through them. Everybody pretty much pressed up on them. But let me talk about Tampa real quick. Let me quickly address that, because, you know, it is trash day and I don't want to miss it. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can. I'll just play. But now check this out. I'm gonna address Tampa real quick. Man, look, y'all say we're not a good organization, but let me tell you something like this, bro. The Saints are a well-respected organization, and it don't always result in Super Bowl wins, obviously.
Right.
But, you know, the thing is, TJ, like you said, you hit it on the head when you said this, bro. It's the level of consistency. You know what I'm saying? It's level of consistency. Since 2006, when Sean Payton came in and Drew Brees and Reggie Bush and all these guys that came in, it don't always result in the Super Bowl, but they always contend. They always there. You can be Tampa, talking to you now. You can call yourselves a franchise being good one every 17 to 20 freaking years. You know what I'm saying? That don't work. You win the Super Bowl 1 year, and then 18 years go by, win another, and you think you're relevant. Nah, bro.
Right.
Even a broke clock is right twice a day.
Man, you ain't
you know what I'm saying?
Man, you ain't lying.
That's their point. Second point with Sean Payton, bro. I want to wish him well, bro. Whatever he do, whether he retiring, going to another team, wherever he go, bro, y'all getting the gem. Y'all know what you're getting. Y'all not getting no yes man. It is what it is with him. Take it like it or leave it. He cold cut. He don't bite his tongue. He don't mind getting fined. He don't mind getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? The dude speaking mind. That's why Sean Payton a spider more heart, man. The dude is real. He's straight up, and he always invited to the barbecue. Always.
Man, you ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? Now, back with the Sean Payton thing, bro. TJ, I don't know if you caught wind to this, but don't this Sean Payton, Dennis Allen thing kind of remind you of a quarterback situation we have going on?
Man, you ain't lying.
Going on with a Drew Brees and Taysom.
That's a good point.
We seen Taysom win a couple games. All of a sudden, he the future quarterback. We seen Dennis Allen win one game. All of a sudden, he the next head coach.
Man,
I love Dennis Allen. I love Taysom Hill. They are, from what I see, they not the long-term answer. They do a game, but we need to. Like I said, go back to that consistency, bro. If Dennis Allen was who we thought he was as a head coach, he wouldn't be our coordinator today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless he just really want to be a coordinator, unless he just really want to do that job. And another point, bro, like you say, it goes back to the consistency thing, man. The win, I want to win long term. I'd rather get through these pains, these pains now. Because think about it. If you want to win right now, let me show you what winning right now got us. Let's go back to 2017 Philadelphia Eagles. Signing all these players, all these good guys. They got them a Super Bowl. Where have they been since? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's talk about the LA Rams. 2018. They signed all these guys. They got to the Super Bowl due to a referee gift or early Christmas gift, you know, late gift from the ref.
Late.
They went there.
A tax refund.
Right, there you go. A little stimmy. It's a stimmy. Anyway, but that was 2018. Right. And next 2 years, they missed the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. Now they just not being back. You know what I'm saying? But look what they did. They traded for Matt Stafford. They had to get Von Miller and all these guys, you know what I'm saying? Like you say. And now we got Tampa Bay. Y'all went all out. Y'all got Tom Brady. Y'all drafted this man some linemen. Y'all went got Gronk old self out of retirement. He was on a couch. Y'all went got AB. Y'all got everybody. Everybody want to come to Tampa. Tampa was looking like Death Row in the 90s. Had everybody. I mean, they had Snoop.
No limit.
Drake, I mean, they had I do one better. They looking like Cash Money in the 2010. Busta Rhymes, Bow Wow. You got everybody. You got Lloyd. Oh, I need another Lloyd album. Lloyd, if you watching, I need another Lloyd album. Anyway. But my point is, bro, you getting all these players for right now, man. What's gonna happen when these dudes be like, "Hey, look, y'all, I got the money. You know what I'm saying? It was good. We got a Super Bowl, but think about it. Y'all want to pile up with Super Bowls. What that third and second Super Bowl gonna solidify that the first one didn't do? You see what I'm saying? Yep. So these guys gonna look at it like, man, I got a ring. You know, they gonna feel like KD, man. It ain't fun no more. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I want to go somewhere else now. I want to test different avenues. I got a ring. Right. I didn't achieve the ultimate goal. Now the rest, everything else now is play. It's house money. I didn't hit at the casino. Everything what I came with now is pocket change. You know what I'm saying? But bro, all in all, silver lining for me, TJ, and I'm gonna let you rebuttal what I just said. The silver lining for me is we may finally get a coach. You know what I'm saying? Who would do what we want to do? Not saying Sean Payton didn't do it, but think of it. We looking at it like, man, we finna suck. Man, we might get a coach that, no offense, Sean, who might actually run the ball more. Ain't that what we You don't know. We might get a coach that's so fundamentally sound that we might look boring as hell like the Spurs be doing, but we might go places. For real. We might go play. We might get like a Greg Popovich in football terms type coach. We might get we not finna throw the ball 100,000 yards. We finna use what we got to get what we want. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And,
that's a good point.
You know, we might get a coach, bro, that just really might give us something fresh. But only thing I hope is, on a serious note, New Orleans Saints get Ben, bring in a coach, bro, that's gonna keep that same culture, that's gonna keep that same energy, bro. Sean Payton was a well-respected brother. Those guys wanted to play for Sean. They respected him. You know what I'm saying? If they had anything bad about Sean, you never heard it. That goes back to the locker room. When nothing getting leaked, when nobody getting talked about, it was respect. I want that locker room to still have respect. I want these guys, I want this coach to talk to these players like they meant, like Sean Payton gave them respect, and I want the players to give him respect, because it's going to go. It got to work. It's a two-way street. The coach got to get the best out of his players, and the players got to want to be great. They got to respect this guy. They got to know. I hope this coach come in and show that he ain't no pushover. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want him to come in. I ain't saying he got to throw his weight around like, man, I'm the new head, you know what, in charge. But I want him to come in, look these guys in the eye. Look, I'm not, and take it like the quarterback approach. I'm not Sean Payton. I'm not going to try to be the next Sean Payton. Right. But with my system, if we could, right now I hear a little music that be in the movies playing in the background while I'm talking. I hear that for some reason. But if we come together, you buy into my system, I promise you're going to be happy with the results. If they could buy into that system, bro, I don't want him to come fake and try to be their friend. Look, you don't know me from Adam and Eve. I don't know you. But we going to get this thing together, and we going to meet in the middle. Keep it real. I want a straight-up coach. I don't want that handshaking, kissing babies, that fake politicking stuff. I want a real, straight-up, no yes-man coach. I want a coach that ain't going – I want a coach that's going to listen to the outside noise, keep his players humble, man. I want that Greg Popovich, Bill Belichick attitude. It ain't got to be his style, but his attitude, I want that strictness. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much – I know I said a mouthful, but I just want a straight-up coach, bro. A coach that's well-respected and know what he wants, his team is going to give him the best, bro. That's all.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. And I hope they find it, and like I said, man, it would not surprise me if they come out with a head coaching hire in the next week or so. I just feel like they knew about this for a good little minute. We just finding out about it. I don't want to believe that Sean, after 16 years, would just put the Saints and just leave them out here high and dry. Like, I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I think that he put the right pieces in place, and if he decides if he wants to coach or he wants to do whatever, he want to make sure that the Saints are in a good position. Me personally, until he signs a contract with NBC, Fox, or CBS, I'm gonna say I can see him coaching. I can see him coaching this season. Okay.
Right. One more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing before we go. I know I want to get the last little few months. I see you, boy. And I'm coming. This is open season from the South on this dude. He ain't just disrespect the Saints. Ain't just disrespect his former team. This dude said Louisiana as a whole.
Man, that man.
He say the crazy. South.
Man.
Dog, we don't take what Suge Knight said. You heard the rumors. You listen to NBA Youngboy, right? Yeah, I don't know you probably do, but I know you listen to Youngboy. You heard it's like that. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're gonna be seeing him in New Orleans no time soon. If you passing through, you better be in and out. Because these people listen, bro. These people listen, bro. Like they might not know who Eli Apple is, but I bet now they do. Like he painted a target on his back, bro. He really did.
I gotta say, another State of Saints podcast production went viral. Y'all can check it out as I talk about Eli Apple, aka the Abominable Toast Man, as I like to call him. You know what I'm saying? You can check out that video on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? That was a TJ Jones production right there, man. So we went viral, State of Saints podcast. Over 150,000 people seeing this guy getting toasted like some bread at the Waffle House, man. So shouts out to you, man. Out to you. Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Bro, no problem. Hey, bro, before I go, do you still have that video you were supposed to drop? I know if you remember. You said if Tampa lose the Super Bowl, you had a video for him. I still want to see that. I still want to see the lost video. I still want to see it.
Hey,
I gotta get a chance.
I gotta dig in at the files, man. It's probably in the archive somewhere at the radio station when I was you know what I'm saying, had some downtime. I'm pretty sure I can find it. I might put it out there, man. I might put it out there. Yeah, I mean, they took that L this week. You know what I'm saying? They can go ahead and get it. Chosen, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Who that? Yeah, man. Look, thank you to everybody that chimed in. Thank you to everybody that called in. Everybody in the comments. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, man. Let everybody know that you like the State of the Saints podcast. Really do appreciate it, man. Appreciate the love, man. I'm gonna read a few comments and then I'll give my final thoughts about today's activities. TJ, Dennis Allen, he gonna start off as the head coach. Dwight, I don't know. Okay, if they do get Dennis Allen, okay, fine, whatever. But they did say that Dennis Allen, I don't know if they canceled his interview with the Chicago Bears. I don't know if he canceled. I don't know if they canceled, but I will say this, folks. Let's just put two and two together. It sounded kind of Chicago Bears to me. Okay, last week, who got an interview with the Chicago Bears? Jeff Ireland. If Jeff Ireland ended up becoming the GM, I mean that's the chip off the old Mickey Loomis block, right? I'm just saying. Okay, so we're gonna go to Bobby. You said, Coach can't go to Dallas in the future because me and Bobby Hebert cannot become Cowboy fans. Well, look, he's entitled to go wherever he wants to. You know, if he wants to go to to the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, have at it, you know, but I don't know, you know. I don't even think Sean Payton could turn that nonsense around. Carmichael has been here since 2006, longest tenure assistant with the same team by 3 years. No one on the planet knows Coach Sean Payton concepts better than him. Save maybe Drew. That's a good point. Yeah, P. Carmichael been on juicy fruit duty for years, okay? You know what I'm saying? And when he not calling plays, he definitely fetching juicy fruit, okay? I mean, Sean needs some juicy fruit. He right there with him. P. Carmichael, P. Carmichael can call plays sometime, man. And in some cases, I ain't gonna lie, P. Carmichael called a better game than Sean at times. You know, I think Sean, one of the biggest issues that I had with him over the years was the fact that he overthinked himself. You know, like it didn't have to be that complicated, but it seemed like he would make it more complicated than what it actually has to be. And you know, I don't know, man, but if you want to keep this team in place, you're gonna have to hire from within, because anybody else can have a tendency, or there's a possibility that this team can break up. This coaching staff can break up. Okay, so Dada, I don't see Wilson coming or Rodgers, but we might get Watson. If he likes the offense and coach, I can see team cutting a lot of players now because all bets are off. That's a good point. You know, like I said, you don't know what direction the Saints are going to go in. I don't. I'm not even going to speculate. I got to reserve my judgment till all of the facts come out. I got to see what's going to pop off, okay? I got to see who they're going to hire. I got to understand this person's philosophies and mind frames. I think everything is up in the air right now. Everything is up in there, for the exception of Alvin Kamara and Ryan Ramczyk and Lattimore. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure about anybody anymore. Like, I'm not. I don't know what these boys are going to do. But like I said, if you are going to keep this team and coaching staff intact, you would have to hire from within. And it's not like one of those situations where the New Orleans Saints coach got fired. Like, this right here is an anomaly. Like, you don't see many coaches having a press conference talking about they want to step down or retire. Usually they get booted up out the door because they stink. You know, Sean Payton get opportunity to sit down, have a press conference, talk about how much he loved the city. We got tears in our eyes. You know, both fan bases, when the coach have a press conference, say I'm stepping down or he been fired, be like, man, don't let your ass hit the doorknob on your way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care. Like, I mean, the fact that some of us have tears in our eyes and reflecting and thinking back to the days when we were young kids watching this dude coach for the first time and not sure about who the heck is a Sean Payton. Now this guy is like, no, it's not even probably. He is the greatest head coach in Saints history. This dude, to me, overturning the New Orleans Saints franchise around alone, needs to be in a Hall of Fame. Sean Payton is a Hall of Fame head coach. The Saints stunk, folks. They stunk. And this dude got everybody out here for, you know what I'm saying, proud to say who they. Over that, off that alone. Like, for real. Like, for all my LeBron fans out here, you know how people are talking about, man, LeBron winning 3 championships or whatever like that. He won 2 championships out in Miami. All of a sudden, he goes to Cleveland and he wins a championship with the lowly Cleveland Cavaliers. What did everybody say? That championship is bigger than the 2 that he won in Miami. To me, him turning around a snake-bitten franchise like the New Orleans Saints just automatically feel like it should be put up here. If you think about a coach winning a Super Bowl with the Packers been had a pedigree. The Steelers, they been had a pedigree. Even them sorry Cowboys, they had a pedigree. But when you take a coach and he comes to an organization and he completely changes the narrative of what you think about the franchise as a staff, organization, and mother-loving crew, he deserves a bust in Canton. I don't care if Sean Payton never coached another team. He has done enough in my eyes that he deserves to be in Canton. He deserves to be in Canton. You cannot write the Drew Brees story without adding Sean Payton. You cannot talk about one without the other. They were the yin to each other's yang. They were the peanut butter to each other's jelly. Okay? They were the avocado to that person's toast. This duo is arguably one of the best duos of all time. Now, we all fall into that narrative now. Oh, how many championships they won? Because society has taught us, oh, it's all about winning. And if you're not winning, then you're nothing. That's what they tell you. But to me, all the success, the pride, what they had to deal with, coming during Hurricane Katrina, coming to devastation, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically having to convince individuals to come down to New Orleans to play, not being a popular spot, not being a well-known team, small market, just have a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying, that's spending, like Sean Payton said, you know, they basically spending rent money to go to a football game just so they can feel a level of happiness a little bit in their lives. Just off that alone, these dudes are Hall of Famers in my eyes, and not just Saints Hall of Famers. Tell me, in a modern era, name a coach and a quarterback that has made a whole fan base and organization resurrect themselves. Seriously, when have you ever seen this? Some people say Tom Brady. No, I mean, Pascalini, Drew Bledsoe led the Patriots to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have 2 Super Bowls, even though they got spanked around, you know what I'm saying, by the Bears back in 85. And then, of course, in the 90s, they lost to Brett Favre, but they were there. They were in the Super Bowl, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at the Saints, the organization, this was not an organization that was looked at as winners. We feel like winners right now because of this guy. We feel like winners because of that quarterback. So, how many, like, you got to tell me, I never seen an underdog story like this. Like, I never seen an organization transform right in front of my eyes like this. I've never seen it. I seen some winning, right? I see a championship or 2, but consistent success, championships, beating your rivals, beating teams that a lot of people looked at as some of the greatest franchises in history. How in the world can anybody be mad at this dude? How? The fact that you can even be mad at this dude for leaving is a testament to his greatness. I just said, how many coaches can call their own shots? How many coaches can say, yeah, I think I had enough here? Not many. Salute to Sean Payton. As a New Orleans Saints fan for 35 years of my life, it has been an honor and a privilege to watch this dude coach. Good, bad, or indifferent. This man recreated a franchise. This man brought a lowly franchise to a Super Bowl. How many of us ever thought in our lifetime that we actually see black and gold in a Super Bowl? It sounds good. It rhymes. It rolls off your tongue. But how many of us really thought that we would actually see that? This guy made the impossible possible. He made us believe. So for that, Sean Payton, I salute you. Whatever you decide to do in your life, you know, I wish you all the best of luck. And thank you for the memories. Thank you for coaching arguably the greatest quarterback of all time and pulling that greatness out of him. Thank you for the good times. Thank you for the bad times. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for even the frustrating moments, because they made us love this team even more. And thank you for this rejuvenation of no matter what happens in the regular season, the postseason, we still have enough energy going into the next season, saying some words that we say loud and proud. Who dat? This has been the State of the Saints podcast. Thank you all so much. Really do appreciate your time. If you like the show, once again, give your boy a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com, search The State of the Saints podcast, facebook.com, search The State of the Saints podcast. Previous episodes available on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, and also on the Pigskin Podcast Network. Check them out. And you can follow me on Twitter at TJAY Jones 8. Thank you to everybody that commented in the chat, everybody that called in. Much love to you. We are one. We are family. We the Who Dat Nation. Till next time, all I got to say is